Hey there, it's Elizabeth, and welcome back to another flip through. So today I am going to be flipping through the mid part of my June 2020 Creative Daily Journal. So if you like what you see, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you can get notified every time a new video of mine comes out. I would appreciate it. Okay, so here's where we left off, and just to show you in case you're new here, welcome. I generally work out of altered composition books, but for this particular year, I had gotten a set of dictionaries, a set of 6 dictionaries from my dear friend Brooke over at her Etsy shop. I'll have all the links below. And so I altered these books mainly because they're about the same size as a composition notebook. So I had altered it, increased the spine to 2 inches, sewed in 2 signatures, and I have 6 of these for the year 2020. If you want to know or learn how I make my books, whether it be well, I think the video tutorial that is in the description box below permanently, you can go to that link and it will take you to the playlist that shows you from beginning to end how I alter a composition book and expand the spine and all of that good stuff to make a book like this. I have thoroughly enjoyed these books so much, and I look forward to journaling in them all the time. So let's get started. Okay, I left you here where I dried some flowers that I found on my walk. That morning, I dried them in the microwave. I'd actually seen a short clip on TikTok, and it actually works. So, and then my daughter was busy at this time redecorating her room. Yeah, and it looked really nice. And this, oh my word, this month of June was like the month of migraines. I pretty much have headaches all the time, but migraine-wise, I think probably half the month I had a migraine. Roxanne is at my door, and guess what? I'm not letting her in. Okay, so on this day here, holy cannoli, okay, I had a splitting headache, but I did go on my walk in the morning, yeah, even still with, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. I guess when you're used to migraines, and they happen quite frequently in my life, I still push myself to just do what I can do. Sometimes it lands me in bed like this day, but sometimes not. Anyway, regardless. Okay, I had been going through my stash for some reason, and I found this really cool Mambi paper. It's like wrapping paper, and it comes in these huge sheets. So yeah, I had cut a bunch of strips out and, and used it in my book. And then I had done some outgoing mail this day. My head was screaming. I did work in my room, I do believe, just for a little bit of time. My poor husband is just having such a time. So I just want a day where it feels like I'm not falling apart anymore. Yeah, that was my poor big handsome. So he's just having a rough time, And then I think I probably was in bed part of this day. Here's my journaling right here, just a little bit of journaling for this day. And I realized I was watching YouTube videos, and for some reason, it popped up in my recommended, probably because it had junk journal in the title. But I don't know if any of you guys know of Bunny from The Graveyard Girl. She is actually how I started even watching YouTube, really, for fun or for, I don't know, stuff like that. I don't know how to explain it, but it was way back 10 years ago when I was sick and, bedbound a lot. And my daughter actually introduced me. My daughter was like 13 or 14 at the time, I think. Or it could have been later. Maybe she was like 15. I can't remember. Anyway, so she's the one who actually introduced me to Bunny, the Graveyard Girl. And I started watching her earlier videos, like I said, like 10 years ago. And they were just so funny. Anyway, she has a second channel now called Banana Peppers, and I'll leave all the links below. But she had actually done like a junk journal type thing where she kept a bunch of her memorabilia and just different things, almost like a smash book. And I was like, oh, let me see what she's doing in her junk journal. So it was just so funny, you know. I thought that she actually had a journal, or a video, I'm sorry, about junk journaling, right? Like, who knew? So I clipped a bunny for her and banana. And then this is like a gravestone. So yeah, I still occasionally watch her videos. I just think, yeah, they're just fun. She just has really fun videos. And it was a really good memory of like a not so good time in my life, but it reminded me how like my daughter and I would sit in bed and just watch bunny videos and crack up. So boy, that was a long explanation for that page. So this was a Friday, still have a headache. And then this beautiful pocket here, excuse me, I'm sorry. This beautiful pocket is a photocopy of a lovely hand-painted watercolored card from my sweet friend Christy Biddleston, and I will put her link below. She is a mandala artist, as well as a journal maker, and just an all-around beautiful person. So I will put her link below as well. She said, I do believe on this day, well, let's look at the tag here. She has you know, a wax seal on her packages. Is just so beautiful. I can't remember. I think I made this tag a jelly print tag. Anyway, okay, so I woke late, caught up on comments. Migraine was off the charts this day, okay? So I tried to work in my room to no avail. Okay, this was the day, excuse me, my daughter and my husband went out to get the paint color for her bedroom, and it's this beautiful, it's called Platinum, and it's a beautiful gray color, and it looks absolutely gorgeous in her room. So they went out to get paint for her room and run errands. I retired to bed to watch YouTube before my eyes popped out of my head. Yes, okay. Yes, okay, so I received a beautiful surprise Happy Mail from my sweet friend Christy. Oh my goodness. This is what I received. I know you've seen it before, but if you haven't, sorry for the glare, here it is. It is this gorgeous mandala stone, and oh my gosh, it's textural, it is beautiful, it's in my most favorite color combination, which is pink and orange. It has this crystal on it. It's just absolutely beautiful, and it sits on my desk, okay? And she casts these herself, you know, like she makes the whole thing. I do believe it's out of concrete, and then she paints it, and then of course she does her dot mandala on it. Oh my gosh, she just does simply beautiful work, and it says made specially for Elle. Oh, I love it. And it was number 16 of her stones. Oh, with the date and her signature, just so special, so special. And I keep it on my desk, and I love it, and I love looking at it, and I love Christy. So thank you so much again, Christy, for that. And it was just such a wonderful, you know, a wonderful surprise, and on such a great day to get it because I was writhing in pain. So here I am in bed, and here's a little Zen bunny, and it just reminds me of Christy. So yeah, so I did that. Okay, so oh yes, and then I call my stone, because I'm a weirdo and I name everything, so I call my stone Calliope, which is the Greek word for beauty. And I love her. She's gorgeous. She's gorgeous. Okay, so that was so great. Okay, so on this day too, because it was a Friday, so I don't know why Brookie was having. Oh, okay, Brooke and Debbie Epps, so I'll have their links below. They were doing a live jelly plating on their, I think it must have been on Brooke's channel maybe, I'm not sure, but I will put the links to both those very talented women down below, their YouTube channels. Oh my gosh, yeah, this day my head was just, it was crazy. Like, even my hair follicles hurt. Like, I don't even know if you guys have ever experienced that. My hope is that you never have, and that you never will, but oh my word, it was bad. Okay, let's move on. So on this day here, now I still was having a headache. I was kind of like getting over it. And on this date, I must have received my June stickers, probably because I ordered them late. And this is Brooke's beautiful artwork that she puts on her mailing envelopes. Love it. I keep all of them. I use them as tux tags or pockets in my journal. And gosh, I do believe, okay, on this day, right, there's Granny Brooke, right? Okay, there's a story behind that. She is not a grandmother, okay? She is not. She's a beautiful, loving soul and one of my dear, dear friends. But yeah, I was still having a headache. I was kind of getting off of it. And then we were messaging back and forth, and she was like, oh, do you want to, do a live? And I said, sure, let's do a live. I just needed to do something other than, be in bed and writhe in pain. And so I don't even know what the live was about, to be completely honest. Like, I can't remember. And for whatever reason, I did not have notes in my phone, maybe. I'm not really sure. But I know on this day and possibly on this day, which was what was it? A Saturday and a Sunday? Yeah, we did lives together on her channel, I do believe. And maybe I was just doing like a journal with me or something like that. And at any rate, I had done this little doodle of Brooke because she always, like a lot of times whenever I like video chat with her, she has her hair up in a top knot and she has like blonde hair and she has red rim glasses, right? And so then everybody on the live was like calling my poor doodle here, my sad attempt at doodling my dear friend Brooke, and they were calling her all kinds of names. My doodle, not Brooke. So anyway. And then this right here is a really fun way to use window envelopes. I had also done some stamping. I'm not sure if it was that day. I had been doing the stamping on cards. And so I just backed the window with that and turned it into a pocket. And here's Brooke's sweet little note that she sends, like my order form with my stickers. So that was that. Then on this day, Roxanne is still at my door, guys. I'm sorry. I'm not letting her in. Anyway, this is part of the Mambi paper too. I just love it. It's so much fun. And then I do remember that we did do another live on this day, and we were like talking about meditation and things like that. And and yeah, I didn't really have much to say about the day. I don't think I had notes. So, but I know that we did a live, so I might need to get one of these little things out here and just write in here that I did a live with Brooke that day. Also on this one too, I could put it, here. This background is a jelly print that I did a long time ago. So yeah, I need to put another little camera in there saying that I went live with Brooke. So I'll leave that there. Okay. Then, excuse me, this was Monday. And let's see. Beauty Queen and Big Handsome were prepping and painting Beauty Queen's bedroom on this day. So I found this, lucky me, I found this really cute magazine image. And this page is like an example of almost like journaling by collage only. Like I have very few notes on here, but I can tell by the pictures what happened, and I just have a few words, So I had outgoing happy mail to Nicole, my dear friend at Relax Cut Glue. I'll leave her link below as well. Oh my gosh, yeah. Then my husband, he had brought me home baby spinach because I have my fruit veg shakes in the morning, my like smoothies kind of whatever. And so they have spinach in them, right? So and what I do is I prep baggies, and then stick them in the freezer. So I put like my spinach, my half a banana, my blueberries, my shredded carrots. I put all that in a little baggie, and then I put it in the freezer. And my husband gets me like 2 bags of spinach. That's enough to make like probably 10 baggies of shake mix. So that's how I do it. At any rate, I was filling my baggies and I get to the end and there was a little stink bug in my bag. Oh my word. Yeah, I wasn't happy, but it is what it is. I mean, bugs are part of a vegetable's life. So anyway, it was a very pretty bug, by the way. So I just doodled this. That's obviously not the actual size. It was about as big as my fingernail. So, but nevertheless, there was a bug in my spinach and that wasn't fun. I did do my walking this day. I was also thinking about a lot of things in the moment. I've got it all together, but I forgot where I put it. So yeah, I was sweeping out my brain this day. And then here is like an earlier picture of my pineapples patch that I have in the backyard. And let me think. This one here has already been eaten. Yeah, I might or might not have named her Penelope. Not sure, but she was yummy. And then when we ate her, I replanted her top, her crown. So I have a new plant in the garden there. Okay, so on this day here, again, I found this really cute, it was like from a Real Simple magazine. It was all about painting, right? And so again, how serendipitous. I use that term way too much, but yeah, this week was all about my daughter and my husband painting her room. So yeah. So I put this on here. This is the Mandy paper. Okay, come on. I guess my husband got sick of hearing Roxanne dig at my door, so he just shoved her in here. Okay, anyway. So this was Tuesday. My husband had a gastric emptying test, number 4. Yes, he's had 4 of them now. Oh my gosh, that poor man. I did not go walking this day. I'm not sure why. I probably just didn't feel like it. I'm not sure. I had more outgoing mail to Allison and Angie. Yeah, so I had that going on. And then this is one of the first iCads I made this year. Like, I've made iCads before, but I've never stuck with it. And might I add, I didn't stick with this challenge either. Challenges are really just hard for me. I'm just a very non-committal person. Like, I do what I do when I feel like doing it, you know? So at any rate, this was my very first card. So no walk, hung out and chatted with Beauty Queen. Oh yeah, I remember this now. When my husband was at his test at the hospital getting his test done, it's like, takes like 4 hours for the test. And so she was outside painting her door. So I went out there and just hung out with her and we had a chat and whatever while she was painting. It was super hot that day, I remember. And then the tech, during my husband's test, the tech did say that his gut was definitely slow. So we'll see what goes on whenever he sees the doctor next or has a video conference or whatever. I don't even know at this point. So, and then on this day, they started the first coat of her wall paint. Yep. And now Roxanne is chewing on her leg. I don't know. I don't know what's up with that girl. She's got issues. Annie. I think she used it like as a teething thing or something. I don't know. Anyway, okay. More painting. More painting. Okay. This is a postcard that my daughter got from one of her purchases from the company that she works for. It's called Monat, and it's like a like, let me see, beauty, like hair care and skincare line. And so I'll put the link below to her, I don't know what it is. I guess it's like her Instagram. So if you're interested in it, you could message her. So anyway, on the back, I just cut out a little journaling card and yeah, woke at 6, went for my walk. What was this? Oh, okay, this was a Wednesday. So listen to an episode of, Crafty Ass Female. Okay. I didn't spell that word right. But anyway, it's a podcast that my sweet friend suggested. My sweet friend Laura from the Jersey Crafter suggested. She had sent me the link. And so I listened to that on my walk. I worked in my journal. And then in the afternoon, I guess they must have painted like the second coat, possibly. Yeah, and so in the afternoon, we sorted out her bedroom and got things like moved where she thought she wanted them and all that, and it was just looking absolutely beautiful. And then that night, she went out with her Monat team Yeah, and we just had a relaxing evening. And then I started watching Steel Magnolias, which was like a series or something. I can't remember. And then I had this passion tea, and this passion tea I actually got from Christy Biddleston when she sent me her beautiful mandala stone, and it was really, really yummy. I did go for my walk. I don't know if I mentioned that. And then this day here tells me that we had gone down to the Keys. So this was on a Thursday. And yeah, we headed to the Keys. And I have this picture of manatees here. And then on the inside here, save the manatees. My daughter and I were actually out on the balcony. From the balcony, you can see right into the canal. And we saw these manatees out there. And so, you know, whenever we see manatees, we go down to the dock and we just look at them, you know, and see what they're doing. And we noticed that there was a baby calf with her as well. And so when my daughter went down there, she noticed that the mama had one of her flippers was gone. And the other one, both of them had some kind of fishing wire or something tangled in them. And then, yeah, so anyway, long story short, she ended up calling, the manatee people. I don't know if it's the FWC, if it's the Florida, the wildlife conservation thing or whatever. Anyway, somebody did come out and they took pictures and did video because the manatee hung around for a while. Then we thought the baby was in distress, and so we called her out again. And anyway, so everything was good. Everything was fine. But yeah, it all turned out well. So that was that. Porch rules. This is just because we were having some porch time, my daughter and I. And then we had actually, okay, let's see. I got up at 6, no walk because it was rainy out. And then, oh yeah, Big Handsome figured out how to mount our daughter's TV in her room. So at like 6:30 in the morning, he was in her room banging and clashing around after she had been out with her girlfriends the night before. Yeah, she wasn't too happy. I mean, she was happy that he was obviously helping her out and putting up her TV, but not so much at 6:30 in the morning, you know? So we headed south. Then we went ahead and went to our usual haunts. You know, we went to, well, I'm sure I have it here. We went to the Dollar Tree where I found a bunch of these things. I have it right up here if I can get it. I had heard a bunch of people talking about these they're like makeup things, but you can use them. It's like a silicone little spatula, and you can use them to smear paint. Not smear paint. I'm sure you could smear paint, but a lot of people have been using them for gluing, you know, and they work fairly well. So I found a bunch of those. Might or might not have bought all of them that they had. That was at the Dollar Tree. And then we went to a like a tourist place, you know, like that sells like clothing and flip-flops and all that kind of stuff. And my husband bought me a nice pair of flip-flops because my brown ones broke. And we went to Bell's, and I got some, of course, I got some notepads, right? I had some Godiva chocolate that my husband had bought me. He's so sweet. Oh yeah, and we also met our son at a restaurant down there and had a lovely, lovely, you know, like late lunch, early dinner. And I do believe it was my daughter's treat. It was very sweet of her. And this was Father's Day, heading into Father's Day weekend. So yeah, so that was that. Goodness gracious. Okay, maybe we'll stop on this page. Okay, so this day here, I love this. I got this, let me think. I do believe I got this from Sweet Deidre, and I have photocopied it. It's actually a piece of note paper, and I had photocopied it and enlarged it to do my journaling on, and then I used Copic markers to color her in a bit. And then You Gotta Be Squiddin' Me. Okay, let's see. Okay, so I woke up late. I'm sure you've read this by now, but Sunshine was sleeping a lot because he was coming off night shift, and that's really hard to do, you know, to like switch your clock, you know, your internal clock. Oh, you got to be squidding me is because number one, the air conditioner was on the fritz, okay? Not good in the summertime here. And two, we had possible termites. Yeah, when my husband was in the air conditioning closet, I had noticed on the ground there was like these piles of, you know, like termite dust. I mean, obviously living in Florida, I know what it looks like. So yeah, lovely, lovely. So the weather wasn't too bad because it was kind of like gloomy out. So it wasn't actually horrific to not have air conditioning. Anyway, my daughter's boyfriend came down after work and we all watched a movie called Hustle, and it was silly. Yeah. Okay, and then my husband got a call from his friend out at work about a possible job coming up. So, and then on this day here, this is a lovely little notepad that I got from Sweet Allison at AJ's Inspired Life. So I know on this day, my daughter and I took the kayak out, and it's always hilarious when we go out because she's like, Mom, don't just, like, she doesn't even let me have a paddle anymore. You know, she's like, just get in the back and relax. Oh my gosh. We have so much fun together though when we're out there. So that was fun. And then on this weekend too, like I didn't go for a walk or anything like that. Yeah. And then the kids wanted to go out, but they ended up going out. We ended up staying home because our AC guy was coming to take a look, and wouldn't you know it, of course, we need to replace the outside unit. So yeah, no fishing again. It was gloomy out. So I fussy cut a load of images, and Allison's little origami pocket came in so handy. It was so great. Yeah. And then we went for a kayak ride. We had chicken burgers for dinner. We watched the remake of Overboard, which is so much cuter than the original. Yeah, and then I went to bed because I was super tired. So at any rate, there's the end of this particular section of my June 2020 flip through. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that. And if you want to see more flips, go ahead and feel free to visit my playlist flip throughs here on the channel. And again, don't forget, if you like what you see, to, you know, subscribe if you so desire, and click that like button up or down, whatever you want. And yeah, thanks for your support, and I will talk to y'all soon. Thank you so much for sharing your time with me. Bye for now.